Welcome back to 1v1 with Derrian Carter. And on this episode, I had the chance to interview number 80 of the McNeese State Cowboys, Jamal Pettigrew, about his personal and collegiate life. And so, without further ado, let's get this episode underway. Enjoy.
You're the last one. Complete the mission.
Welcome to 1v1. I am Derrian Carter, and today I have with me number 80 for the McNeese State Cowboys, Mr. Jamal Pettigrew. Jamal, how are you doing today, man?
I'm feeling good. It's good to be here on Zoom link as
Right.
due to COVID nowadays.
All right, how you doing, man? You good? The season just finished. How you feeling? You feeling relaxed? Feeling joy? How you feeling?
Yeah, I feel relaxed. It was good to be back in it. The season didn't go as planned, but we're gonna get better.
Feel that. I feel that. To get things started, what song or movie would you use to describe your team's performance during this season and why?
Movie. We're trying to create our own movie in the aspect. I don't think there was really anything to describe it. Being all that we went through as far as the pandemic, well, everybody went through that. Two hurricanes and just all the adversity of losing the players that we lost, and we still overcame it and had a decent season, and we're just gonna continue to build off of it.
I got you. I got you. And you're from the West Bank of New Orleans. How has growing up in New Orleans shaped who you are today?
It shaped me because I faced a lot of adversity as well due to Hurricane Katrina and everything. So just coming up in New Orleans and being able to face all of those adversities and still overcome, it's a blessing, and it's something I learned how to do.
Got you. And speaking of adversity, what got you into football? What made you want to play the sport?
Just for the love of the game. My mom took me out there when I was 4 years old, and I loved it ever since. And I never quit or stopped. And I just kept going, kept learning.
Why do you wear number 80?
The reason I wear number 80 is that when my mom took me to play football, I wanted the number 8. And as an offensive lineman, I couldn't get necessarily get the number 8, and neither did I think my park team didn't have that number. And so the coach was like, "Well, what about number 80?" And then my mom was like, "Who wore that number?" Jerry Rice wore that number. And my mom was like, "Okay, yeah, give him that number." And ever since then, I've always been number 80.
Why did you want to wear number 8?
It was just my favorite number.
Oh, I'd say was it because of Kobe or just your favorite?
Nah, it was my favorite number, and I was just like, I want number 8. But you know,
To get into your life as a student athlete, you graduated from undergraduate at LSU. Can you talk
yeah.
about Can you talk about the journey of getting your degree while being a student athlete?
So the journey of getting my degree was pretty adventurous. I would explain it, um, being that I was a student athlete and I had to go to practice every day. I had to go to workouts and things like that. I didn't have the same amount of time as a regular student would have. So being able to balance all of that and be a student was difficult to an extent. And I'm just glad that I was able to accomplish it and get it done.
I got you. And then you're a transferred graduate student at McNeese State. And all that brings experience and leadership. What kind of leadership and experience do you bring to McNeese State?
Well, I bring a winning mentality. I bring maturity, uh, and I just brought energy to the team. And I feel that a lot of guys reciprocated it well, and they understood it, and they incorporated it also in their game. So that's what I bring to the team, and I feel like it was really impactful.
Got you. And in the spring season, it was only a shortened season, not compared to the fall season. Can you talk about the spring season in general? This is the first time in my life I've seen the NCAA college football have a spring season for football. How was that for you?
It was fun. It was a lot of attention because nobody else was playing throughout the spring. And so once the Super Bowl happened, all the football attention and media just fans transitioned into watching FCS football, which was kind of like how the XFL was when they were going on. But I think it was a little bigger because it was college football and it was the first time it ever happened. So I think people were excited about it. And we were the first FCS spring game against Tarleton on February 13th, and it had a lot of attention. It had a lot of people watching. A lot of news sources and media was watching the game, and it was a thriller game, double overtime.
Mm. And in the spring season, you finished with 18 catches, 132 yards, and you scored your first touchdown in college. What was the play that you scored the touchdown on, and how did it make you feel, man?
The first play was a little play action type play. We knew the defense was going to bite down on the run hard because we are a heavy run based team, and I think our opponents respect that about us. And so we knew we were on the 2 yard line, 1 yard line, and we knew what the defense was going to do, how they were going to line up and everything. So we designed a play that would have them bite on the play action and me just pop open for a touchdown. And it all happened in pretty fast. I was faking like I was blocking, and then I was in the back of the end zone by myself. And next thing you know, the ball was in my hand. I seen the referee throw up his arms, and there you go, my first touchdown. So it was pretty exciting, and I got the chance to celebrate with my whole entire team. My whole entire team came up to me and wanted to celebrate and talk. And I think it was one of the greatest moments I had ever had in football.
Got you. And in your last game, I watched you dropped the touchdown pass. How do you overcome those moments where you think it's easy as just a simple pass and catch, but ultimately it doesn't go that way?
Uh, it's funny that you bring it up because I've been struggling with that one play, and it's been bothering me a little bit. And it's something I'm gonna just have to continue to grind and get over. I think everything happens for a reason. I think God made me drop that pass for a reason to get back in the off season and grind hard and make sure that I won't ever do that again. So, I mean, to extent, I'm happy that happened. It gave me some motivation going into the off season, and I'm ready to get back into it and start grinding and to really make sure that I never ever drop a touchdown again.
I got you. And the quarterback that was throwing you the pass was Cody Orgeron, the son of head coach at LSU, Ed Orgeron. How was that experience for you being coached by first his dad and now he's your quarterback in college?
Um, Having Coach O as my head coach, it was pretty exciting. He's an exciting person. I loved being coached by him and having his son throw me my first touchdowns and being my quarterback throughout the season. I think it was something that I was looking forward to once I made the announcement that I was going to McNeese. Cody was a friend of mine prior to coming to McNeese, so I think it made it much easier to gel and become closer, to have that tight end quarterback relationship. So it was pretty exciting to have him throwing me the football this past season.
You talked about coming from LSU to McNeese. What is the toughest thing to adjust to when you transfer from one school to another?
Um, just a different scenery, having new people around you. I was pretty excited to meet everybody, and that was pretty much the only hard part. I think I adjusted very well. I loved everyone there, and once I became comfortable with being around those people, uh, I enjoyed my time at that school.
And in the off season, you trained with GLS training. Can you talk about those sessions you had with them and what you gained from them?
It was tough sessions. It was sessions that I needed, and it prepared me for the upcoming season. They are great trainers, and what they teach is not like anybody else. They teach best availability. Best ability is availability, and then the endurance of your body and uh, how you move in a certain way you train, how you stay on the outside edge of your feet, and how you run it. It's durability, and it teaches to prevent injury, and that's something I've been battling injury, and getting in there and being able to dial in the movement, and I think it made me more confident in myself and in my game, knowing that um, I'm doing everything I can to prevent another injury.
What motivates you to keep pursuing your goals despite the obstacles you face, such as the drop touchdown pass, your injuries, things like that?
What motivates me is the love of the game and God and my family. Um, I think about those things daily, and I just know that I do have a lot left, and I haven't even got started yet. Um, this past season was the first time that I was able to really get on the field and get my feet wet. Although I did play at LSU, it was just that was my first time actually starting and doing the whole season. So I think the motivation of all those things that I listen and just knowing that I have a lot left and I'm not done yet.
Got you. And speaking of your relationship with LSU, another year, another draft season is approaching, April 29th. You play with some of the LSU players that are about to be drafted in the NFL. How
Mhm.
excited are you for your guys to go to the next level?
I'm really excited. I'm excited to see what they learn and see what they do at those teams. You know, I've been looking forward to this day for those guys as well as I'm looking forward to my day. But everybody has their time, so I'm excited to see where they go, and I'm excited to watch them at the next level. Like all those guys.
And now the new segment of 1v1, we call it overtime, where we do rapid fire type questions. You just give me a 1-word or 2-word answer, and we just leave it at that, or you can just explain it if you want to. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Describe yourself in 3 words.
A go-getter.
You are a big New Orleans Pelicans fan. Will they make the playoffs?
Yes.
Who is your favorite music artist?
Young Thug.
What has been your favorite show you've been watching lately?
Snowfall.
What makes you want to play Madden even through its flaws?
The love of football.
What are some goals for yourself after the spring season is just finished?
Grind harder.
And when your football career is all said and done, how would you like to be remembered?
Um, that's a good question. I mean, the greatest.
I got you.
Play the position here.
All right. That's it. Overtime is done. 1v1 is finished. I want to say thank you, Mr. Jamal Pettigrew, for coming out here, shedding some knowledge on your personal journey, how you got here, and what are you seeing to do in the future. So I appreciate this. And have a good day, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me.
All right.
All right.